So I just found out something really interesting about corn cob. Investing maybe this set, I have these ones coming up. So I just found out something really interesting about corn cob. So right now I don't joke with all my corn cobs after harvesting and eating from it. So I watched a YouTube video where they used the corn cob to plant, and then it just served as something that could retain moisture for the roots. Yeah, and it made sense to me because I realized that every time I leave my corn like this on the ground and then it just gets a little moisture, just a little, it doesn't even need a lot, then all the seeds will start to germinate like this. So when I saw the video, it made a lot of sense because this corn cob, normally I would trash them, not trash per se, after eating them, put them in my compost bin, but now I found a better method to use them in my garden. So every corn that I'll be eating now, both the ones that I buy outside and the ones that I eat from my garden, I'm going to be saving all the cobs for that purpose. So I found this one just lying down somewhere in the garden. So I'm also going to save that. And I know that plants like lettuce that likes a lot of water will benefit from this. After harvesting some sweet corn, I usually just throw some of them in the garden so that the birds can also have a snack. And then after that, I will be collecting the cobs to use for my experiment. So I guess this is the part that holds all the moisture and helps with help keep the roots hydrated, and also the compost also helps to keep the roots hydrated. One of the most beautiful parts about the corn cob is that it is biodegradable. It can break down and feed your plants over time. So these ones were transplanted yesterday using that same corn cob method, and I've noticed that I didn't water this morning, it rains, but then this patch has dried up, this has dried up, and maybe because of the corn cob that was used to hold this firmly in the ground, it has absorbed some of that water. That's why you can see the lines. I hope I'm making sense, but I love the turnout so far. Normally there was rain, heavy rain a night before. What would happen is I'll come in the morning and then I'll see all these on the floor, but then it's helping the roots stay what's the word now, hydrated. Yes, it's helping the roots stay hydrated, and then it's also helping keep the plants, keep the seedling firm in the ground no matter how heavy it rains. That's what I'm experiencing with it. Let me show you the ones that were transplanted this morning. I did this yesterday, but then I didn't have the time because I had so many onions, so much of it to transplant, so I didn't have the time to record. So this morning I decided to just do the video. So this is what it looks like. after transplanting and watering, obviously. The water to keep the cob moist down there. So I planted these onions in a different method, just the regular method that I would plant, that I've been planting all my onions. I plant my onions in batches so that as I'm harvesting maybe this set, I have these ones coming up, and then later on I also have this coming up. That way I always have onions in my garden to harvest.